Hello there. Well, it seems to me as though we are serving our economic systems rather than our economic systems serving us. And it seems as well that it's just a few very wealthy people who are profiting from this, and that the average everyday person is really serving these systems. And I think it's got to change. And yes, things are crumbling. Look at Iceland. Iceland's got interest rates of 17%. You have to consider where you live around the world. Could that happen to you? And remember, things are unfolding so very quickly that you have to be ready for all different possible scenarios. Look at Sweden. Sweden this week has reduced their interest rates to minus 0.25%. So you've got the other scale. Iceland at 17 and Sweden at minus 0.25%, encouraging people to go out and spend and to take more debt to try to get the economy moving. So it's being got at through different directions, and you, wherever you live in the world, have to be as ready as possible. Now here's a few of my tips that I feel I'm going to try and give them as often as I can, because things are changing so rapidly that what one says really changes. Look at these economists. They say one thing one week and it's changed by the next week. The housing's going to drop 30%, and then next week they say, no, sorry, I'm wrong. It looks good. It's only 15%. But let me tell you very strongly that I feel we are not in green shoots of recovery. Truly not. We are nowhere near the green shoots of recovery. There's a whole lot more crumbling of structures to happen before we can actually begin to move forward. So please don't be misled. So the first thing I would not do is I would not tie myself into anything at all. And yes, in many ways this includes mortgages, unless you really feel as though you've got such a good rate, you've fixed it in at a very low rate, and you are not too highly leveraged. Truly, these days, with the uncertainty that's here, I wouldn't be leveraging more than about 50 to 60, maybe 70% to loan to value maximum. That would be the top leverage I would be risking at this time. The other thing is, don't tie yourself into silly things. Even the telecoms companies, they're dying to tie you in for a year or more even. But technology's changing so quickly. Things are free now. Things that they're wanting to charge us for. Same with mobile phone contracts. They want to tie you in for a year or more. And it looks like a bargain. But please don't be drawn in, because it's not necessarily a bargain. Much better to stay free and allow yourself the fluidity to move to something that might be better, if not free, a month or two down the line. So don't be tying yourself into anything. The other thing is, don't invest in something that you don't understand. I see so many clients who come to me who've been somehow bamboozled by a financial advisor, a banker, whatever it is, an expert, into investing in something and they've not got a clue what they've invested in. But they've known intuitively that they really didn't feel as though they should have done it at the time. Well, if you get that feeling, please do not invest. Don't understand it, don't do it. The other thing really needs a look at during these difficult times is to look at your wants versus your needs. Really look at this item that you're thinking of buying. Could be a coffee, could be a tea. Do you really need it? Or is it just something you'd like to have? And really take apart your whole life. Really look at those finances with a fine-tooth comb on a daily basis. It's time for us to take control of our finances and our lives. This is what this is about. We're going to see government spending cuts. Well, on some levels, that's going to be painful, of course, particularly in health and education. However, it's going to force us to take more responsibility ourselves and not to have the nanny state interfering in everything that we're doing. So this could in fact be a very empowering time for us if we will only take it on and take more control and not allow ourselves just to dissipate our finances. It just somehow, I see so many clients, it's just kind of going through their fingers. No, it's time to take the reins yourself and to take it strongly. Your health, get it fixed up now while there are still health services available. Anything that needs fixing, get it done. With your education, remember there's so much more free information now, or very inexpensive information that's globally available. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of retraining yourself. Maybe it's not got to be done in the traditional ways anymore. So let's really start taking control of our finances and our economics. This is what I'm working with clients with, is how they can take the control themselves. Because boy, it's empowering, it feels good, and it feels like we're working for ourselves and not for some system and for some government that's leeching it all away from us. So those are my tips for today. I'll be back soon, and I thank you for listening. Bye for now.